Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general mini cross reading for August 2021. I'll turn my phone down because it's been ringing like crazy. So what day is this? Sunday, 9 a.m. That's tomorrow. Excuse me. Yes. Okay. So I have with me today the Radiant White deck. Let me turn on my Do Not Disturb. Okay, there we go. And I also have with me the La Vida Sibila, and you'll get an opportunity to wrap the reading up with an angel answer card. Now, the readings for this month, I've all been basing them around this full moon today, which is when the sun opposes the moon. And what I mean by that is that the sun sits on one side of the sky and the moon sits on the other side of the sky, right? And so they're opposing each other. So the sun is at was at 0 Leo today, and the moon was at 0 Aquarius. And this goes all the way back to the years between 2017 and 2019, when we had a series of eclipses across the Leo Aquarius axis. So eclipses hide things, and this may be something coming back around to you, or a situation that you thought was dead is going to come back around. Now, for Capricorn, this is going to be in your 8th house. So this is going to have to do with wills, inheritances, alimony, child support, windfalls. So say you won the lotto, or you won some money in the lotto, any type of money that you have with other people. And typically the 8th house, because it's called the house of death, sex, death, and taxes, that means that any funds or money that you have and that contained in the 8th house has a sexual component to it. So say you got married to somebody and you have children, and you got divorced. Well, then there's going to be, maybe there's alimony and child support. So say, for instance, that one of your parents passed away and they died and they left you an inheritance. Well, the only reason you're getting it is because they had sex and they had you. Okay, and there are going to be taxes on that stuff. So this is what the 8th house represents. So I'm going to take a look to see what may be coming up for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for the month of August. Now, this is not true for everyone. In order to gain some insight into your own personal situation requires a personal reading, and you can simply click on the eye that's going to pop up there in the left-hand corner, and that'll take you directly over to my website, where you can find the tarot consultations on the main menu. So with that being said, I've already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and we're going to lay the cards, okay? It's been a busy day for me today. Y'all don't look at my office. I'm trying to redo my office. I finally got all of my books out of the garage and into my office, and now I've got to build some more shelves to put them all away. So here we go. And I still have boxes sitting in the hallway. I probably have 20, 30 boxes worth of books. I don't know how I'm going to fit them all in this room. Okay, so here we go. And then I just ordered some more books. Ain't that something? But I love books. Okay, so here we go. The heart of the matter is the King of Swords. What is the foundation of this issue? It is the 6 of Coins. Well, sometimes this card can be about having enough money to pay all of your bills and help others out. That's interesting. Okay, what is the energy of the near or distant future, past? I'm sorry. It is the Knight of Wands. Well, some kind of news or message. Definitely, and this represents the sign of Leo. And so this is a message about somebody coming back, I think, or you're going to hear from someone from your past, okay? What is the unknown energy coming in? It is the World card. Wow, interesting. And what is the energy of the near or distant future? It is the Empress. Now, that's a funny card. Because the Empress, typically when I read cards, the way she speaks to me is typically never about the issues of motherhood, okay? But she's speaking to me about the issue of motherhood. And the summer. She also represents the summertime, so we're talking about August, the month of summer. So what is the overall energy of this? It is the Fool card. Quite interesting. Now, the Fool card, basically, well, let me start over. In the spread itself, I have two major arcanas, a coin, a sword, and a wand. Okay? Now, the major arcana, for those of you who are new to tarot cards or who are new to my channel, tarot cards. The major arcana cards are life lessons and spiritual lessons, right? And trust me, we have them all the time. We go through them all the time. And they hold more sway than these three, what are known as the pip cards. In the pip cards are the suits, the cups, the coins, the swords, and the wands. But contained within each pip is a numbered card, and it goes up to the court card. So your court cards are your pages, your knights, your queens, and your kings. So as you can see here, I have two court cards, right? Now, traditionally, pages bring messages and news, as do knights. But for me, a knight is always an event. In other words, a message comes through, and that message, whatever it is, either creates a new situation, things start to move, or if things were stuck, then they move. So it's an event. Usually this is, for me, the knights presage an event, okay? Something happening, something moving. So, right in the center, however, I have this King of Swords. Now, normally the King of Swords is going to be an air sign individual. He typically represents the sign of Aquarius, okay? But he can also be a Gemini and or a Libra. If not an air sign individual, then what it speaks to me about is what the individual, his profession. So typically the King of Swords is going to be somebody like a police officer or a soldier. The person can be a doctor, a dentist, someplace or some job, profession, a chef even, where sharp tools are used. Or this guy can be a lawyer, a counselor, a scientist, anywhere where keen intellect, even a writer, a publisher, an editor. So someone who uses keen intellect to get the job done, all right? But when I was talking to you about this Empress here, what I'm getting is that this is his mother. I don't know if this means anything to anybody, but this is a message that you're going to get from this guy. This may be him even returning back into the picture because something has happened with his mom. Maybe his mom left him some money. Maybe his mom passed away. But it's coming up that this is his mom. Now, there's also this indication of some kind of travel, okay? So if it's not about somebody's mom has left them some money or the inheritance or whatever the case may be, then this is about this individual coming back. The Fool can literally be going on a journey or taking a journey, but it speaks to the idea of new conditions and new situations starting, something new, being very open-minded and kind of a, for lack of a better term, like a vagabond, somebody who never kind of sticks around in one place, right? They're always traveling, always on the move, having new experiences. There's also a warning with every positive interpretation of a tarot card. There's also a negative. And so the negative interpretation of the Fool card is not to be foolish. It could be somebody who's pretending to be something that they are not, okay? Or at least don't have any experience in whatever it is they're trying to tell you they have experience in. The World card is about a graduation. It is the end of a cycle. This is your Saturn card, and there are 3 times, and if you're lucky enough, you get 4 Saturn returns in your life, and each one subsequently becomes somewhat a bit easier. Why? Because you have learned the lessons of the past. Okay. What is also interesting here is we have the 2 signs of Leo and Aquarius here on the margins of this card. These are all the 4 fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. They're all fixed signs. Like this could be the person might be rather rigid in the way that they think or behave, or it's difficult to get them to, although I'm not picking that up. But I'm picking up that if this is about somebody returning, they're going to be coming back from, let's say, someplace overseas. This is typically what the card represents when it speaks to travel, being overseas, abroad. And they're coming back with something to share, okay? Now, Pentacles can be just that, strictly about finances, but basically they represent, the physical plane. Okay, food, drink, money, clothes, sex, all of those things. So this is about the doing of something. All right. And here with this Knight, the Knight tells you that this can be some exciting news coming in. What I will tell you is that whenever I see people writing in with Knights, coming in with particularly the Knight of Wands, this is somebody who may not stick around or has previously not stuck around. Okay. And so it's quite an interesting card. What I'm going to do is take a look for you. Let me first give you the meaning of the World card, because this one is coming across the strongest. It is the last of the major arcana cards, and it indicates travel and movement, either a journey to be made or a vacation to be had, or even a change of residence. It implies that it would be wise to undertake further higher studies. So this could even be you thinking about moving up to the next level. It may be signifying the world that a job has been well done and you are to be commended. It is within your personal power to make important decisions for yourself and to make important decisions for yourself and others. You are reliable and trustworthy, and all you undertake will prove fruitful. In regards to its presence in a reading as an aspiration, it tells you to seize the day and attempt to fulfill your desires. If you are contemplating a significant change in your life, this card indicates that it will be successful. And sometimes that's what she stands for, because she represents the planet of Venus. And Venus is about beauty and harmony, having nice things around you, a nice home, nice cars, nice clothes, nice vacations, those types of things, but wanting it to be fair. Venus is not just about love, okay? And then here's this Fool card. Depict somebody who takes risk in life. Now, it can sometimes indicate that past mistakes must be looked into as lessons that were learned through experience. It is indicating that you may be at a crossroads in your life. It is a message to look to your mistakes of the past, as many lessons have been learned and you are urged not to make the same mistakes again. It speaks of risks that need to be taken in order to progress along your path. It indicates a time of new projects, enthusiastic ideas, happiness, laughter, and spontaneity, and it tells you to trust in life. Now this Empress, she's all about creation. And it could be indicating material wealth, marriage, and the promise of growth, and a message that you will soon be rewarded for your past efforts. It brings with her the attributes of growth, fertility, and prosperity all around. It is an indication that it's time to reap the benefits of a bountiful harvest, so expect happy conclusions. It is an excellent time to begin new projects because they have a high potential for success. Yeah. It says, when she shows up in a spread, abundance flows into your life with love, beauty, good health, and domestic stability. It is an indication of plans coming to fruition. Pleasure and success is imminent. Okay? Now, those are just the major arcana cards, but there might be other messages contained in here. I'm not necessarily picking up any negative energy, but there is a bit of something about this King of Swords. Intuitively, the energy that he's giving off of. Now, I can't look at him and I can't look at him because traditionally they represent people. So that only leaves me the Six of Pentacles as it relates to the Empress and the World card. So let's see if there's any information, extra information about this particular Six of Pentacles. There is not. But the Six of Pentacles speaks of everyone's needs being met and everyone being taken care of and of sharing with others. It may be implying that you have undertaken a charitable act or many charitable acts and you are due your just rewards. It may also be a possible promotion or bonus in the work, career, or financial sector of your life. Prosperous and happy times are ahead. Let me see, there's something here. It implies being considerate of others, and particularly towards others, those who have helped you along the way in the past. You will be known for your generosity, thoughtfulness, and compassion, and you may find yourself in a very influential and powerful position, which will be demanding but also rewarding. You will also feel rewards from being able to be generous and charitable. This card tells of gifts being given, received, and shared. It signifies generosity, shared wealth, and the spirit of caring for others' welfare. But there's something about this King of Swords, and I'm going to do a quick pull on him. The reason why I say that is because he is open to the side of the Empress, but he's kind of closed off to this message of this movement, news, or travel to the past of the past. Maybe this is the person, maybe he had to go back home to deal with some issues, and that was not a pleasant thing for him. So we're just going to see what it is that he's trying to say, because he's trying to say something else, and he's not being quite clear about it. The Donna del Servizio. The Il Nemico. Interesting. And the Messaggere. Well, that's interesting, because he's also here the Knight of Swords or Spades in this deck. Now, what this tells me is that there is news or message or something positive that has happened, but right in the middle of it there is this enemy. It is a known enemy. Right now, I don't know if the enemy is, this guy's an enemy to you, or if he's an enemy to this individual. All right, but basically it says you know the person, or at least he knows the person, and whenever you're around the person, they don't inspire any trust. They give you a bad feeling, and so be cautious of that. Remember that warning, right? Don't be foolish, okay? Because there is a message from afar. He is also, so that's 3 knights, and whenever I see 3 knights, typically 2 knights say you doubt the word of a male sincerity or the word of a male friend. But 3 knights can be arguments over money. And I find it quite interesting that the Helper card, the Donna del Servizio, precedes this Il Nemico. So I'm not exactly sure if this is telling me that this guy's gonna, he's gotten something very good in his life, but he's gonna be hearing from somebody who has it in for him. Now, if this is you and you are showing up, Capricorn, as this King of Swords, because you have to think, or you may be moving into a new profession, or you may be moving up the ladder, you understand what I'm saying? This says that you're going to be hearing from somebody. You know this individual. Whomever it is, you know this person. And it's almost as if the cards are, my guides are saying, the person's going to show up. It's like they know that you got something good coming. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. It's like maybe they heard about it, and all of a sudden they show up out of the blue. Okay? Let me see if there's anything else this Il Nemico can tell me. Basically, the idea is to stay away from this person if you can. Financially, it indicates snares, tricks, and the danger of signing documents we do not fully understand, and businessmen who should not be trusted. It represents a known enemy. This is someone who you already do not like, or you suspect that the person may be plotting against you. If that is the case, this card comes up to confirm your suspicions. Now, the person can seem very nice, but somehow does not inspire trust and gives you a bad feeling when you are around them. So the card warns that you should trust your gut feeling about this person or situation and to keep them at arm's length. Now, this... sometimes this guy can be a private investigator too. Now, it is the Messaggere card. The Messaggere doesn't tell me what the information is about the card. It simply says that, it indicates the arrival of news, information, and communication. This card just says that, see. It can also describe a messenger, a mediator, and someone who finds himself between two parties, like a go-between, a negotiator, a diplomat, a middleman. Now, it says that when describing the inner nature, it describes someone who has no roots, a free spirit or wanderer, even someone with a nomadic lifestyle. It will usually represent a young, dark-haired man, but that's it could be anybody. It is actually linked to the action of sending or receiving something or the arrival of someone. That something or someone will soon be a part of your life, and it is connected to the idea of speed, rapid change, and velocity. That's like, see how he's right. He's the fastest knight in the deck. Okay. What's also interesting is that this is somebody who can be rushing around and not thinking before they're just rushing around. This has the same thing. Somebody who won't see the truth in front of them. Okay? They'll just charge ahead blindly, without thinking. This Donna de Servizio, I think she's the 8, if I'm not mistaken. Something good has happened to this person. And, let me see, is she the 8? I can't even read my cards anymore. They're so old. I think she's the 8. 1 second, because there's something she's trying to... The fact that she shows up with this Il Nemico is quite interesting to me. Here she is, the 8. Let me see. Oh, it is connected to the idea of abroad or to something unknown. It represents someone we have yet to meet. It indicates career, progress, something changing for the better, and efforts to improve one's position. It pushes other cards towards the development of new possibilities. Well, there you have it, Capricorn. Quite the mystery. Go ahead and formulate your question for the angel answer cards. I do get the sense that either you know this person, okay? Maybe the person owes you some money from a past, and maybe they're coming back to repay you now. Maybe they're in a position to come back and repay you. So let's not think negatively, right? But just keep in mind that that Il Nemico has shown up, all right? And they're all looking this way. They're looking at this. See that? The news is coming from that way. The Il Nemico is running this way, but he's looking over his shoulder. And there's a donna de servizio. And it could just simply be it's a competitor that you beat out for something. Sometimes that can show up as a competitor, right? And you get the news that the guy didn't get the job. All right? So just keep your eyes open. Here's a card. Communicate clearly. Well, yeah, because there's some news coming. That's sound advice. Communicate clearly. So this says this situation requires very precise and careful communication. Do not assume that the others involved understand what you want or need from them. In-person discussions are preferable, but if that is not possible, make sure that your communication method is very thorough. This card can indicate that there has been a miscommunication that is creating a challenge for the parties involved. By clearing up any misunderstandings, you can heal the situation so that everyone can start moving forward again. Something's definitely in the mix. And so that's what I have for you, Capricorn. That is your 8th house, joint ventures, other people's money. So be careful. Expect the news soon. Typically, this card speaks to like within a week. That's the framing of it. Same thing with this, days to weeks. And so that's what I have for you. I hope that message helped. And until next time, namaste, be well, and stay safe. Bye.